Hello everyone, welcome to Facebook Live Sessions. I hope you are well and safe. I am Mohammad Rajamia, Managing Director of TCL Global. I'm joining you from Portsmouth, UK. TCL Global is an education consultancy firm based in Portsmouth, UK. We have 5 offices around the world. Our head office is based in Portsmouth, UK. We have our branch office in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. We have our branch office in Kuwait City. We have 2 offices in Bangladesh, Dhaka and Sylhet. TCL Global is working more than 70 UK universities. We are officially representing 70 UK universities. And we helped more than 3,000 students last year. We are the largest education consultancy firm based in southeast of England. Our service is completely free of charge. I have a guest with me today, Jordan Reid, Senior International Officer for GCC and South Asia, and joining from Salford. Thank you very much, Jordan, for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. It's a pleasure to be online and have the opportunity to speak with students from across the world and to tell them all about the benefits of joining the University of Salford. I hope you're all well.
Thank you. So it would be nice to start with a little bit overview about the Salford University. Then we can go directly some more specific question, as well as we'll take the question from the audience. The audience who already joined, please share the sessions and please put your comments and we'll try to answer your questions. Yes, Jordan, if we start with the overview of the Salford University, then we can go for more specific questions. Yeah, thank you, Jordan.
Okay, brilliant. So the University of Salford is based in the north of the UK, so quite some distance from Portsmouth, where Mohammed is based right now. So based very close to Manchester, in the Greater Manchester region. Personally, I can walk from the University of Salford main building into Manchester city centre in about 20 minutes time, which shows how close it is to the city centre. For me, it's a perfect opportunity, a perfect place for students to study if they want the best of both worlds. The university is a campus-based university in Salford, so it's more relaxed, easygoing way of living and studying, whereas then just on the doorstep in Manchester city centre you have that busy city centre with all the shops, restaurants, sporting venues, etc. So where I talk about really best of both worlds for your study options. The university itself has 4 schools within it. So the Salford Business School, so covering all types of courses across accounting, business management, those sorts of programs, through to the School of Arts and Media. So again, film, journalism, fashion, those type of programs, music and dance performance, etc. as well. Into the School of Sciences, Engineering and Environment, so across all engineering modules, into sort of biosciences and construction programs, and then finally the School of Health and Society as well, so across nursing programs, psychology, physiotherapy, so that covers those 4 schools. Alongside that as well, and I'm sure we'll come in and touch upon this as well, is that we also have the Salford Languages Department as well, so technically the 5th school, covering all English language testing, pre-sessional programs and the International Foundation Year as well.
Okay, thank you, Jordan. I mean, city itself, Manchester, we have a biggest 2 football team there, Manchester United and Manchester City, I think, it's very popular city and very popular clubs as well, so if you tell a little bit more about the city, Manchester, that'd be great as well,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Manchester to me is London on a smaller and less busy scale. It is still a very busy city, but all the restaurants, shops, venues, music theatres, etc. that you'd see, on a larger scale in London, you'll see in Manchester. But not just on a smaller scale, but also on a cheaper scale. The cost of living in London is pretty pricey, to be honest, very expensive. The more north you go, and especially around the Manchester region, it is a cheaper way of living. That being said, it's not going to be to be cheap to live in Manchester city centre. However, if you do venture out to the to the Greater Manchester region towards Salford, again the cost of living is reduced even more. So you have all the benefits of that busy city centre life. But at a fraction of the price. You mentioned there about Manchester United, Manchester City. There's actually 7 professional football clubs in the Greater Manchester region, are operating across the 4 top divisions. Increasingly, the students that I meet out across the world, whether that is in Bangladesh or in Kuwait, they're speaking to me about Manchester City and Liverpool, whereas maybe 5-10 years ago it would have always been Manchester United that the team everyone's asking about.
And also the city itself, and the neighboring city, the Leeds, we got the Liverpool, we got the Birmingham. So it's like another big cities actually very nearby. And also the Manchester, the airport, they have a direct flight, some of the Middle East countries, as well as I know that recently Bangladesh also started the direct flight from Manchester to Bangladesh.
Absolutely, yes. The airport itself, less than 40 minutes on the train from the train station at Salford, let alone Manchester Centre as well. You can obviously see the map behind me here, and how centrally located Manchester is. So just where the dot is there is the University of Salford, and as you can see, just within 1 hour radius, you would have the other major cities of Leeds, Liverpool. Maybe an hour and 15 would get you to Birmingham, Leicester as well, and it is just 2 hours on the train from London city centre. So yes, students are coming to study in the UK. Of course, they want to go see Big Ben. They want to go see the Houses of Parliament. Well, of course, students can do that in a weekend. They could travel down on a Friday, 2 hours on the train, spend the weekend in London, and then return back for their classes on the Monday as well.
I think there is a direct connections and fast train connection from London. Not only the London, when I travel from the Portsmouth, then I took that from the Southampton direct train to the Manchester, So the communication wise, actually there's a fast track and other way as well. As I mentioned, that many international destinations, there is a direct flight from the Manchester airport. So student doesn't need to come to London, Heathrow or Gatwick to fly. So I think it's a really huge advantage for the international students.
Exactly. And even to the north as well, up to Scotland, to Edinburgh, 2.5 hours, 3 hours on the train, and you're in Scotland. It's another country that students can tick off their I visited list.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jordan. It's really very useful information. So the viewers who already joined, with me, we have a Jordan Aid from the Salford University. We are discussing about the Salford University and the courses, entry requirements, and we will go through shortly with the foundation courses, UG, PG, and PhD. Please stay with us. If you have any questions, please put your question through our comment box. We'll try to answer your questions. And about the TCL Global, our head office is based in UK, Portsmouth, where I am based. My team is based. We have office in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh City. We have office in Kuwait City, and we have 2 offices in Bangladesh, in Dhaka, Dhanmondi, and in Sylhet City. So our team is working from home, and if you want to connect with our team, you can find our details, our office details, contact details in our website, in our social media pages. So we have pages for the TCL Global Bangladesh page. We have a TCL Global International page. And also we have TCL Global Middle East and TCL Global North Africa page. So please follow us and please contact our team. Our team can help you with the admissions. And we are official partner of Salford University. So Jordan, if we go through with the foundation, I know the foundation is very popular, especially Middle East. We have seen that many Kuwaiti students and Saudi students are studying there. It would be great to know a little bit about the intakes of the foundations, who just finished the high school, and how many intakes, how's the entry requirement for foundation students?
Okay, yeah, so the International Foundation Year run at the University of Salford, as you mentioned, is very popular, especially across the Middle East, across the Gulf. We have a really thriving community, which makes it a great place for not only for the studying for the students, but also for that social element as well. And, you know, the students that we do get joining from those regions put on some of the best events on campus socially as well, in terms of, you know, tasting food, hearing the different music and the different cultures as well. It's a really great opportunity for students to get involved in that side of things as well. In terms of the International Foundation Year, we have a variety of streams. Obviously, depending on which program the student wants to ultimately end up in for their undergraduate degree. So it might be if you're looking to study for example, an engineering program, then you'd come on to the maths and physics and International Foundation Year stream. So when you apply, obviously you'd make the application and you'd be allocated to the relevant International Foundation Year stream for you. The next intake. Currently, obviously, the situation is somewhat challenging at the minute, and I'm sure we'll touch upon that very soon. The intakes for the International Foundation Year would be September and January for some of the streams as well. Okay. But to be honest, the largest intake that we do have would be the September intake. In terms of the entry requirements for the foundation year, obviously it would depend where the students are applying from. But generally, you know, for example, if a student was coming from, say, from Kuwait and done the Tanawiyya, if the standard undergraduate entry requirement was, say, 80% or 75%, then the International Foundation Year would be 10% less than this. Okay, so that's why a number of the students do have to go down the International Foundation Year route, and that's also because obviously for UK students, for students like myself who studied in the UK, we actually do 13 years of study before we can enrol into universities. So that's why, you know, in other countries where it's just the 12 years of study, in some places the International Foundation Year is that additional year to top students up to undergraduate level studies as well.
Also, Jordan, I know that is 4.5, isn't it, the IELTS requirements? Yeah. Yes.
So we have the English language requirements as well, that would range from around 4.5 to 5.0 in some of the streams as well.
Okay, fantastic. So who is starting in the September time, they will be finishing the May, June time, correct?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
And the January time, the students, if they study in the January, that will finish in August. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But the actual study period is not, if you start in January, it's not that you would have less study time or less contact hours with the academics or anything like this. So there's nothing to be worried about in terms of that. You know, it's still the same semesters, the same teaching programs, the same assessment methods as well. It's just an alternative, flexible intake for students.
When last time I saw that the tuition fee is very low, you know, how much the tuition fee for the foundation course, roughly average?
Yes. So the International Foundation Year would roughly be around £10,000 to £11,000, Great British pounds for the year, which is, you know, competitive. It is low for students. So another bonus for the students there as well.
Okay. Yes, viewers, if you are actually finish your high school certificate, if you finish your high school educations, please contact our team. We can apply for you foundation at Salford University. You can contact our offices around the world. So our service is completely free of charge. Our colleague can actually apply. You can apply through our the colleagues and our team, and they will help you with the applications. So about the foundation, the progression degree is pretty much all of the majors progressions degree if they finish the foundation.
Yes, to be honest, the majority of programs that we offer at undergraduate level do have an entry point through the International Foundation Year, and there's some exceptions currently within the School of Health and Society, and that's just due to the placement methods and the placement requirements for those programs. So, for example, if a student was looking to study physiotherapy, then that's just one example of an undergraduate degree that we don't currently offer the International Foundation Year for. But the great thing about applying through TCL Global is that you guys do work with other universities, other centres that would be able to provide a foundation program, and then that foundation program could lead to the undergraduate study at the University of Salford as well.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so if we go now like undergraduate, so undergraduate course is 3 years. Is there any placement for undergraduates? So if the student wants to do the placement year,
Yes, definitely. So again, it varies from course to course, and I know we've been quite ranging here in these discussions. But in general, a lot of the programs that are offered at the University of Salford do offer the students the opportunity of doing a placement type sandwich year, especially within the School of Sciences, Engineering and Environment, and also across Salford Business School as well. The University of Salford was actually the first university in the UK to introduce placement years. And it's something that we're very, very proud of. And it's something that, although many universities now are offering placement years and those type of opportunities, industry connections, industry links, opportunities to work and progress your studies into your career paths is something that the University of Salford is very proud of. And every program that we offer, even if there's not a placement year involved, there will be some type of industry connection, some type of industry links. Now, whether that is having people from the industry coming in and doing guest lectures or coming in and actually writing the modules, then that's just an example of how we engage the industry in all of our programs. And that's making sure that students are actually prepared, not just to graduate and have a certificate to say, I'm a graduate of this subject, but actually to say, I'm a graduate of this program, and I've also got this experience where I've interacted with the industry in this way, and I've got that in that side of things as well.
Okay, thank you. For undergraduate, is there like a direct application or the UCAS application process?
So currently the undergraduate applications would have to be processed via the UCAS system. Which obviously is something that I know your colleagues are very familiar with. And for students, if it looks a bit confusing, what I would say to them, to your students, is speak to the counsellors. They will have processed many undergraduate UCAS applications in previously, and they'll help you. They'll talk you through that process.
Okay. We got one question can take. Can you please ask, is there any chance of stopping issuing cash? So they're saying that especially like the whether they will be like stopping the cash because of the COVID-19. I think maybe that is mean by the Kamal.
Okay, so I guess we can come to live. Okay, so I've got the live comments up here now. So in terms, and I guess I can give a bit of a coronavirus COVID-19 update now. It's probably
it will be great to know as well. So what will be the advice from you as well that student actually considering to apply or already applied for the September intake? Yes, Jordan, please.
Yeah, of course. So in terms of the times that we find ourselves in, obviously they are very difficult. They're very uncertain. There's a lot of questions that we don't know. And there's a lot of planning that is going into place for scenario A or scenario B or scenario C, right the way to probably scenario Z, because we just do not know what the situation is going to be like, not only in the UK in 2 months, 3 months time, but also across the world as well. What I would say is, what the university is trying to do and what we are trying to do is just keep students as up to date as possible. We have a dedicated page on our website, which is updated as regularly as daily. As soon as there is an update, whether that's from the university or from the wider UK, we'll be updating that web page. So if you go to salford.ac.uk/international, you'll be able to see that. But in terms of the processes, the university is closed currently, and staff like myself, and admissions colleagues, academics, everybody is in a working from home situation, very much like at TCL. But that doesn't mean that work has stopped or that we're not processing applications, we're not making offer letters, and even that we're not making issuing CASs. That's definitely not the case, and we are still working ahead towards the next intake of September. That being said, there are lots of discussions going on across, senior levels, as there are at all universities, to, as I mentioned, to plan ahead and to look at the different options and what may need to happen in future. But no, we definitely we will still be issuing CASs. The issue obviously being that they can't be used, they can't be utilised until 90 days before the course start date anyway. The course start date currently for the majority of the programmes would be, on the offer letter, would show as 21st of September 2020. Okay. So that would be sort of June time that the CAS process would be beginning anyway. But if there are to be any updates on that matter, then we of course will be communicating with all our applicants and offer holders as well.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, John. Yes, viewers, if you have any questions, you can contact our team in Riyadh office, and you can contact our Kuwait office, and also the UK office where I'm based, and also our colleague based in Bangladesh, in Dhaka and Sylhet, about the situation, and you can get up-to-date information from our colleagues. So thank you very much, Jordan. So if we can go through about the PG, postgraduate applications, as well as the tuition fees. Is there any scholarship for the PG courses, please, sir?
Yeah. So postgraduate, PG programs that have been that are popular especially across the regions that have been mentioned today, would cover across Salford Business School. So we have masters in international business, in management, in digital marketing, digital business, and also there's a new program for September 2020 intake, which is going to be the MSc FinTech as well. So obviously something that is becoming very, very popular across the world currently is that FinTech and the use of IT in financial planning. Also, moving in across other schools in terms of the popular programs there, we have masters in nursing programs for the health school, in media psychology as well, which is actually the only program of its kind in Europe, and then across the engineering sciences, engineering environment program, we have masters in project management, in construction, data science, cybersecurity type programs as well. And across all of the schools, we have a range of scholarships that are on offer for students. In terms of the scholarships, we have, and especially for the postgraduate programs, so we have a range of academic scholarships, okay? And when students make the application, and they can make the application with us direct using a PDF form that we have, or the online system. Again, your counsellors will help them with that. But when they make the application using their educational qualifications that they have and any experiences and the CV that are submitted as the application, they would automatically be assessed for the academic scholarships, okay? And this can discount the tuition fees anywhere from £2,000 to about £3,500, okay? The tuition fees do vary from around £13,000 to about £16,000 for postgraduate. But again, with those scholarships, a lot of our students and offer holders can move closer to sort of £11,000, £12,000 for the fees as well, which again is very promising for the students.
Any deadline, Jordan, for applying for a scholarship?
So in terms of the application deadlines, for the academic scholarships, it would just liaise with the application deadline, because obviously they are automatic when the students make that application. There are deadlines to meet conditions as well, so make deposit payments and to submit bank statements, to submit English language qualifications and references, for example, which I can see there's a question there about that in the chats as well. So it would mainly just align with the conditions deadlines. Yeah, as well.
For the postgraduate, the course, I know that there is a September intake, January as well some courses, and there is March intake, isn't it? Some courses offering in March.
So we used to offer the March intake. The March intake has now actually ceased. But that is just fresh news there. So, but that is something that Salford is renowned for, is the flexible intakes. So we'll have the September, we'll have the January, and then we may have the June one next year as well. Okay.
Thank you very much. About the course duration, it's normally like 1 year. Is there any placement with the master's courses?
So again, this would vary from school. For the course, the PG programs in the School of Science, Engineering, Environment, the courses tend to be about 15 months in duration, 14 to 16 months in duration, in sort of 3 trimesters. There's not a placement as such. However, the students do get that industry connections, as I've mentioned. So, for example, for the MSc Data Science program, all students have the opportunity to work on a 3-month live project, which is actually something that is set by somebody in the industry, by an organisation in the industry, and that's what students do actually have the opportunity of working on that as their live project. In terms of the business school and the Salford Business School and the PG programs there, they are just 1 year in, so 12 months in duration from start to finish. However, as part of the final project, we have something called the Industry Collaboration Project. Okay, and this gives students the opportunity for their final project, instead of just doing a dissertation, which is obviously the way that a lot of universities work for their final grading, you actually have students have the opportunity of either doing the dissertation, of doing an entrepreneurship module, so actually exploring a startup opportunity. Still a piece of writing involved in that as well, but it's something that they would want to work on, or doing a paid work placement for 6 months, or an unpaid internship as well. So there are those opportunities within the PG programs as well.
Fantastic. If we touch a bit about the PhD, because as you know, especially for Middle East students, we get lots of inquiries of the PhD, and they ask for applying for them. So what is the right advice would be for them? Should they contact directly to the supervisors, then they submit the application once they get the signal from the supervisor, or is better to go to the normal application process?
I think it's always good to have that initial conversation. If there are inquiries and students have a summary of what they're proposing, then to contact yourselves, obviously, in the first place. And if your counsellors want to contact me for my opinion on who would be good to approach for this, because about the PhD, it's all about finding that right match between the student and the supervisor, and making sure that there's going to be the good connections there. So that would be my advice for students that are studying at a PhD level.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, viewers who already joined. Please stay with us. If you have any question, please drop your question through our comment box, and we'll try to answer you. I'm joining you from Portsmouth, UK. Jordan is joining from Manchester area. And the colleague actually, we have a colleague based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We have a colleague based in Kuwait, and we have a colleague based in Bangladesh, Dhaka, and Sylhet. So if you have any questions, if you want to apply Salford University, our colleagues, our team can help you. So about the scholarship, we have pretty much actually covered. Is the scholarship a similar amount for undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD, or different?
Yes, so it's similar in terms of the academic scholarships, ranging from sort of 2 to 3,500, and they're the automatic scholarships. Also, for students applying from certain regions, they would also be considered for the regional-based scholarships. Again, that's based on academic merit and previous experience. All students have the opportunity to also apply for the Salford International Excellence Award. Okay, but this is something that students have to apply for after they've received an initial offer. Okay, and details of that would be within the offer letter. It's a simple application process online, and students just have to answer two allocated questions, similar, I guess, to the SOP, the personal statement, in terms of why are you choosing this course at the University of Salford, and how is your background, your previous experience going to help to progress on campus? That's that type of question. Obviously the quality of the submission is assessed by the scholarships panel, along with any previous experience and any other skills, qualities that have been demonstrated in the application, and students can be awarded up to £5,000 in tuition fee discount as a result of that award. So I'd strongly encourage students to apply for that as well, but you can only apply once you are an offer holder. If you have already been awarded a scholarship, one of the academic scholarships or the regional school-based, academic school-based scholarships or the regional scholarship, then whichever amount is higher, then that would be applied, not both of them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, viewers, if you want to be, you want to touch with the Jordan, or if you want to speak with the Jordan, so he'll be available in June and July time. Please contact our team. We can arrange face-to-face meeting with our colleagues from University Jordan, and if you have a specific question or anything, and we can arrange this meeting, please. And we are hoping that we'll run our virtual fair in June and July time. So please contact our team, and I'm sure that our team will be able to help you.
Thank you.
About the internal test and alternative test, as well as MOI, the medium instruction. So what actually are the options actually for the students? Please.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, in these challenging times, especially, we're getting lots of inquiries on a daily basis from students concerned, worried that, for example, they can't meet the conditions on their offer because the college is closed, or they can't get their final grades, or they can't obtain the academic reference that is required, or even the English language qualification. The University of Salford has been very proactive in ensuring that, and appreciative and understanding that students are finding these conditions very hard to meet. Now, obviously, there are still requirements that are needed for visa purposes, for compliance reasons. So things like the English language testing, students are still needing to demonstrate that. Currently, what would be accepted as alternatives from the IELTS, if the IELTS testing centres are closed, we're accepting the TOEFL online home edition, which is an online test, and also we've very recently just accepted the Duolingo online test as well. So that's something that I know a lot of other universities are accepting as well. So we're accepting this. However, we are also going to be running our own Salford Languages online English language test as well. Okay. If students are, and this would run parallel with the IELTS framework in terms of assessing the reading, writing, speaking and listening elements as well. The details for that test, the Salford Languages test, are just being finalised, and we're hoping to have those final details within the next week or two as well. So if there's any students that would like to be considered for that test and would like to be put on the list to receive information about this, then please contact your TCL Global Counsellor, who will then contact myself, and we'll add you to the list as well.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Is there a charge for the test?
That is what's being finalised currently. So that's putting me on the spot there. We're trying to make sure, if there is any fee at all, that it would be minimal. It's not going to be hundreds of pounds, for example. But please, even if you're not 100% sure, if you want to take the Salford test, you may as well be on the list at least to receive that information. And then when the price comes out, when the dates come out, if it works for you, great, go ahead and book it. If not, then you will have the other options as well, I'm sure.
Okay, we got another questions. How much I need to pay to get a cash for foundation?
For the foundation program, so it would vary. But if we went off, for example, and it would depend if you were awarded any scholarship, for example, if if your fees came out at, let's say, £10,400 for the International Foundation year, it's slightly higher than this, but let's say you had some scholarship. So if it was £10,400, then you would need to pay the £4,400 as a deposit. Okay, so that would show as £6,000 remaining. Okay, for the CAS purposes of the CAS, then you would need to show the remaining tuition fees, so £6,000 plus also the living fees in the UK, which is set by the UKVI. That is currently at £1,015 per month for the 9 months. So it would be £9,135 plus the 6,000, so it would be just over £15,000. I would probably advise, aim towards the £16,000 just to make sure that the students have that buffer there as well. If you showed that amount in your bank statement or in your bank or your parents' bank account for the 28-day period, then that should be enough for the CAS purposes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Got another questions here. So please, Rukas, contact our team if you want more information. If you want to apply for the Salford University, our team will help you for the applications. Also for foundation, do you allow English test instead of IELTS?
In terms of other English tests that we accept?
No, it's do you allow any English test instead of the IELTS for foundation course?
So we do offer. We have some alternatives. Obviously, it depends where the student is applying from, because some of the IFY it would need to be the UKVI IELTS, and that's obviously what we are exploring to see whether, for compliance reasons, our own English language test would be an alternative as well. Okay, what I would say is the university, the admissions team, the Salford Languages, my team as well. We're all keeping well up to date with the situations in different countries across the world, and if it's not looking that the testing centres are opening in time, we will be aware of this, and we are putting plans into place to offer different routes in for students.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yes. We got another question here. Okay. Due to COVID-19 situation, Salford pre-sessional course will start just in time or delay?
Okay, so again, where I mentioned before that we have some different alternatives really. There are a few different scenarios that have been considered, and if it depends, if you're Saeed, if you are an offer holder, then you should definitely contact your counsellor who contact us, and we can update you on your own personal offer and what the situation is for yourself. But there's a few different routes that the university will go down depending if travel restrictions are lifted or not. We're looking to start them on time. It may be that the first 5 weeks, for example, or if it's a 15-week program, for example, the first 5 weeks may be online, or the first 10 weeks may be online. But we are aiming and we are hoping that at least some of the element of the pre-sessional will be on campus, will be in the UK, in Salford, ready for you to start, or ready for you to complete and start the undergraduate program. But again, this information is accurate as of, today, UK, this date in the UK. It may be a completely different scenario tomorrow. So keeping in contact with your counsellor, with the university is absolutely essential at these times.
Okay, thank you. Yes, viewers, again, we are running virtual fair in June and July month time. If you want to talk, our colleagues from Salford University, we can arrange one-to-one meeting. So please contact our team in Kuwait office, in Saudi Arabia office, and also in Bangladesh office, and myself, my team based in Portsmouth. So please contact our team. We can arrange one-to-one meeting with the Salford University, okay, during our virtual fair session. So please, if you have any questions, you can contact our team. Even after these sessions, our team will help you any information regarding Salford. So, Jordan, from your side, any final few words before actually you finish the sessions?
I think most of it has been covered. Obviously, it's great to see so many people online, so many students online, and it's great to know that you do still have them goals and the ambitions to be coming and studying in the UK as soon as possible. Don't let this current situation get you down too much. It is difficult times for us all, and yes, of course, there's definitely concerns around the safety of travelling, etc. as well. But what I would say is UK universities across the board, not only the University of Salford, we're very supportive of our students, not just when you arrive to campus, but all the way through the process as well. And working with partners like TCL Global, we do have all the information that you need to make the right decision for you, whether that is coming for the next September intake or whether that is deferring until January 2021 intake. There's lots of opportunities for you. Okay, but you should still keep with your dreams of studying in the UK, and it will happen, I'm sure. But just keep safe at these times and keep in contact with us.
Thank you, Jordan. We have been working with the Salford University for a number of years. We have sent good number of students, and we had a very positive response from the students about Salford, the courses, the facilities, and the city itself. So we strongly recommend you, if you want to apply, contact our team. Our team will be able to help you. Just before we finish, just a little bit overview again about the TCL Global. TCL Global established back in 2011, and we have been running this consultancy firm for over 9 years now, and we have 5 offices around the world. Head office based in Portsmouth, where I am based and my team based, and we have office in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We have an office in Kuwait City, where it's my colleague based, and we have 2 offices in Bangladesh, Dhaka and Sylhet. We are official representative of 70 UK universities. So we are the largest education consultancy firm in southeast of England. So please contact our team. Our service is completely free of charge. I understand it's a very difficult time for everyone and everyone at home. I'm sure this crisis will be over, and please stay safe and home, and I wish you best. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Mohammed.